Okay, I would like to apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm still trying to figure out how to do all this, but hopefully by the next time we do this, if there is a next time, it'll be better. But I'm trying to work on it, so I apologize. Anyway, let's continue. So, excuse me, line 64 says, by hell forged hands. So forged means create. So if they were hell created hands, then that means that Grendel was created in hell. And because he was created in hell, he was capable of evil actions. After that, it says his misery leaped the seas. Talking about his is King Hrothgar, saying his misery leaped the seas. Doesn't mean that it actually got up and leapt across the sea. It means that people were talking about it and traveling across the sea by boat, and spreading this story about Grendel attacking all these men, and that there's nothing they could do to stop him. So he's very upset that his men keep getting killed every night, but there's nothing he can do. So we're going to keep reading on line 65. So line 65. The seas was told and sung in all men's ears how Grendel's hatred began, how the monster relished his savage war on the Danes, keeping the bloody feud alive, seeking no peace, offering no truce, accepting no settlement. So basically it's saying that he's going to keep attacking them no matter what, and there's nothing they can do, no money they can give him, no offer they can give him to get him to stop attacking them. So we can answer some questions. So 5 says, explain the meaning of his misery leap the sea. I talked about that. Hrothgar his misery was so terrible that people all over the world heard about it. And then 6, how long does Grendel attack the Danes? We talked about that in the other video. It was 12 winters, which is 12 years. And then number 7, what universal idea does Grendel stand for? And that would be evil. He represents evil. He's not going to stop killing these people for any kind of offer. He just wants to kill them. So purely evil. Okay, excuse me, we're going to continue. We're going to go down here to line 85. Excuse me, line 85 right here. And right after the slash it says, but Hrothgar's. We're going to start there. But Hrothgar's heart was bent. The best and most noble of his council debated remedies, sat in secret sessions, talking of terror, and wondering what of the bravest of warriors could do. And sometimes they sacrificed to the old stone gods, made heathen vows, hoping for hell's support and the devil's guidance in driving their affliction off. So they're asking for hell's support and the devil's guidance. So clearly these people aren't Christian. You have to think back to the notes that we did on the historical time period of this story, and how Christianity was just being introduced to these people. So they still are not educated on Christianity yet. So number 8 said, who were the Danes asking for help to get rid of Grendel? And they're asking for hell support or non-Christian beliefs. So there's number 8. So they have not been exposed to Christianity yet. So we're going to skip down to the bottom of the page, line 101. After the slash there at the bottom, it says, hail. That's where we're going to start right there. Hail to those who will rise to God. So they're talking about God now, so that's clearly Christian. Hail to those who will rise to God or become Christian, drop off their dead bodies, and seek our Father's peace. Now when they say drop off their dead bodies, they don't really mean drop off like a literal dead body. They're talking about you need to get rid of your old dead ways, your old non-Christian ways, and learn about Christianity and accept Christianity. Because remember, that's what was happening historically in this time period, as people were converting. So number 9, according to the author, what is the only way in which the Danes will be able to defeat Grendel? If they want a different result after 12 years, they need to get rid of their old non-Christian ways and accept Christianity. So there's number 9 for you. Also, if they have to have Christianity to get rid of Grendel, there's nobody in these people right now. I mean, they've been attacked for 12 years. There's nobody clearly that is a Christian. So what does that foreshadow for the story to come, which would be number 10, is that they need a warrior that is a Christian, not just a warrior, but a Christian warrior to save them. So there's number 10. That they have to have something new introduced because what they've been doing for 12 years has not worked. Okay. And then number 11 says, how does this belief reflect the historical time period of the Anglo-Saxons? What I'm talking about here is how does that tie into those notes that we talked about historically? So what's happening in this poem that's being influenced by the history around it? So why do you think this poem was created? What message do you think they were trying to get across? Think about the study questions, especially the last few that we've gone over. And why do you think this story was written? Think about that for a minute. Okay, so if you think about the Christianity spreading across the region historically, the author was using this story as a way of entertainment, as a way of gaining their attention, to get people interested in the religion, to get them to convert. So that's how these historical notes tie into the actual text of the story and the theme and the message of the story as well. So that's a very important question. You might put a star next to it or highlight it or something, but you'll probably see that question again later, possibly on a quiz or a test. So I would mark that. All right, so we're going to go on to the color writing. Down here at the bottom, you're going to summarize this section of the reading, but we're going to do it with the color writing. So you should have one of these handouts, and you should have your colored pens. I know mine is very difficult to see. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm trying to work out the technical difficulties here, but so you're doing the color writing here. This is what you're going to turn in. You do not need to turn in the study questions or the answers you wrote down. Those you need to keep. I would recommend you staple them together and keep them. They need to go in your binder, and you need to look over them and study them for future quizzes or tests. Okay, so the color writing is what you're turning in. This is your grade, so you need to make sure this gets turned in. Okay, so the question is right up here at the top. What am I being asked? It says, summarize what happened in the section of Beowulf. Use text evidence to support your summary. So your topic sentence, your blue. I've given you a beginning, a sentence stem here. You're answering this question of what happened in this section of Beowulf. So in this section of Beowulf, you're going to need to write this in blue. I know my pen's hard to see, but you need to write your response in blue. So in this section of Beowulf, what? So what happened? So I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to figure it out. So that's what you need to fill in, is what happened. And then once you figure that out, what happened in this section, pick something that happened. There's several things that happened in this section. Pick something. And then you're going to come down here to the red, to your concrete detail, and you're going to find something in the story that proves your sentence up here. So you're going to find something in the story that proves what happened up here. So if I said he kills Grendel, then I would have to find a quote in the story to show that he killed Grendel, okay? And you need to write or copy the actual words, okay, with quotation marks. Don't forget that, and your periods. All right, so make sure you get that. And then you're coming down here for your green, which is your commentary. So make sure you're using your green. Sorry, my lid was not coming off. So green. This is your explanation. So explain the quote. Okay, why is it important? One sentence only. Only. One sentence only. Okay. And then same thing down here. What does the quote show? Okay. Again, one sentence. Sorry, one sentence. Okay. And then back down here, back to blue. Sorry, it looks like black, but it is blue, I promise. This is where you're going to restate your topic sentence. So don't copy it over. You have to restate it. So you can put blank, whatever you put up at the top for what happened. So what happened? So blank happened in this section of Beowulf. Okay. So you can always use something else. You can tie it up a different way if you want, but this will at least give you some place to start. You don't have to use the sentence stem up here either. If you don't want it, you can use something else. But at least it's a place to start. If you have any questions on this, just let me know. I'll help you out. This color writing is the only thing you need to turn in. This is due today. If you don't think you're going to finish, you need to come talk to me individually before the bell rings. Otherwise, make sure your name's on it and turn it in. If you have any questions, come talk to me. Thank you.